Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Once again, we are live from Hurricane Stadium, Game 2 of our afternoon Peach Belt Conference doubleheader. The visiting Mountain Lions from Young Harris College taking on your Georgia Southwestern State University Hurricanes. Starting pitcher in game number 2 for the Hurricanes, making his 8th appearance and his 7th start of this spring. He's pitched 36 1/3 innings to this point, 46 hits, 21 earned runs, 14 walks, 34 strikeouts. Opponents are batting .289 against the senior, number 25, Mitch Holloway. Holloway has a 1-6 record and a 5.2 earned run average. Leading things off in game number 2 for Young Harris will be the left fielder, number 6, Logan Worley. So Logan Worley will try to pick up right where he left off, and that was red hot. 6 hits in the opening game here this afternoon. Worley, the 6'2" freshman from Griffin, Georgia, went to Griffin High School, on to face Holloway. A 1 pitch from Holloway in there for a strike. It was a heck of a first day and first game against the Hurricanes. Worley in that one. 6 hits in the ball game. 5 singles and a 2-run home run. But facing Holloway to open up game 2, he'll go down looking. So strikeout from Mitch Holloway to open up the ball game. Batting second, center fielder, number 11, Skylar Murphy. In game number 1, Murphy was 3 for 4, scored a couple of runs, was walked once. One pitch, high fly ball to left field. It'll be Josh Logan playing left field in game number 2. Moving over from center, and Logan will anchor left field now. And makes the grab for the second out of the inning. Logan, I could say that was replaced by Austin Langford. Just subbed him in late in the game, and Austin will actually get the start, and he'll stay in center field. In game number 2, the right fielder for the Hurricanes will be the same, and that's Jonathan Martin. The designated hitter now up for Young Harris. Batting third, designated hitter number 15, Jackson Jones.
Last time I was there was so nice. You could walk anywhere. They have like a little minor league team downtown too. Yeah, and they had a game one year when I was there. Which convention are you going to? That was when I went up. That was the convention last year. Was up there, like the NCA, the main one. We do the. But I've been up there for regional rules too.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The count. Jackson Jones, the DH in game number 1 for Jones. 2 for 4. 2 for 4. Scored a couple runs. Drove in 3. Jones with a 2-run home run in the opener. This one could be extra bases. This is sent into left center field. It's not deep enough, however.
I can't either, but I can see it.
Not quite as hard hit as I thought off the bat, so it'll actually fall in between the outfielders in front of him. And Logan quickly over to hold Jones to a single, but first hit of the ball game for Young Harris. Runner will stay at first, 2 away. In the cleanup spot is the first baseman, Rudy Gaona. First pitch swinging for Gaona, a high fly ball to right field, camped under it. And making the grab is Jonathan Martin in right field to end the inning. So, there you go. The Hurricane pitching staff could only manage to do it 1 time in our opening game, and Mitch Holloway has gone ahead and just done it right out of the chute here. No runs. Haven't had a chance to really say that today. No runs for Young Harris. They did get a hit. The runner stays on base. That'll do it for the Mountain Lions in the first. Georgia Southwestern heads to the dugout. Grab the sticks for the first time in game number 2 when we return here at Hurricane Stadium. So Young Harris will bring out and call on the right-hander Dylan Jabot. Jabot, the first batter he'll face. Leading off, second baseman number 13, Jason Beta. So Jason Beta steps in. The stat line for Jabot this season: he's making his 4th start. Base hit up the middle to open things up for the Hurricanes. Jabot, his 4th start, his 10th appearance overall, 27 innings pitched, 30 hits, 11 earned runs, 15 walks, 25 strikeouts. Opponents batting .291 against Dylan. A 2-1 record and a 3.67 ERA. Batting second, the left fielder, number 15, Josh Logan. So the Hurricanes open up with a base hit here in game number 2. It'll go Beta, Logan, and Jared Jones to open up the first inning. The designated hitter this time around will be Jared Jones. He played first last game. Now he'll flip-flop with Andy Moore. Moore will take first. Again, Jones the designated hitter. New catcher for the Hurricanes in game 2, Danny Molinari. And Logan goes down looking. One away. Jones 0 for 2 in the opener. Batting third, designated hitter, number 7, Jared Jones. Pitch in there for a strike. One pitch. The throw in time, and they'll get the runner stealing. Pitch high in the zone will push the count to 2-1, but there's 2 away now in the inning as they catch Beta stealing. High chopper to the first baseman. He'll have it underhand to Jabot, covering the bag. And the final out of the inning is made. 3-1 ground out for Jones to wrap up the first inning. No score yet in this one. Both teams with a hit. We'll head to the second. Smith, Washington, Ewald. There you go. Ewald, Smith, and Washington due up for the Mountain Lions in the bottom half of the inning. Two Dukes Barbecue. Jay Duke and his crew over at Two Dukes, just about a block away from campus on Tripp Street. Two Dukes Barbecue. You can find them on Facebook at Two Dukes Barbecue. Great, great, great local barbecue cuisine. Award-winning. Only in Americus can you find Two Dukes Barbecue. But again, what makes them even more special than the fine, delicious barbecue they offer is the fact that you can get various casseroles, homemade. The menu almost changes daily with the side dishes, so check them out when you're in town. Two Dukes Barbecue. First pitch to Ewald is popped up behind home plate. Molinari with the grab and quickly one away for the Mountain Lions in the second inning.
You were thinking it. Right? Oh, wow.
Tristan Smith, the second baseman for Young Harris at the plate. Outside for a ball. We'll announce it for the home crowd quick. At the plate, second baseman number 28, Tristan Smith. One for 6 with a run scored in game 1 for Tristan. Taking a look at Georgia Southwestern starting pitcher Mitch Holloway. Last time out was the past weekend at Erskine. The Hurricanes lost the game 3-2. Holloway went 6 1/3. Gave up 10 hits. All 3 Erskine runs, 2 of them were earned. He walked 2 and struck out 8. In there for a strike. Inside edge, 2-2. His last conference game, came against in a 5-4 loss to USC Aiken, pitched 7 1/3, 6 hits, 5 runs, but only 1 was earned. Walked 1, struck out 6. Get another strikeout here for Holloway, his second of the ball game. And it's 2 up, 2 down for Young Harris in the second inning. Now batting, right fielder number 32, Tyler Washington. High fly ball to center field. Going back and making the grab is Langford to retire the side. So a 1-2-3 inning for Young Harris in the second. When we come back, it'll be more Langford and Jonathan Martin, the numbers 4, 5, and 6 hitters for GSW, to face Jabot in the bottom half of the second. Thanks for tuning in. Game 2 of our afternoon doubleheader. Peach Belt Conference action here on the Surge Sports Network. So following tomorrow's 1 o'clock broadcast, our next Surge Sports Network presentation will be Sunday at 11 a.m. Georgia Southwestern men's tennis. Number 1 doubles of Alex Canovis, Stephen Blythe. Singles still be determined on Sunday morning. Leading off the home half of the second inning, first baseman number 2, Andy Moore. So Andy Moore will step in. First pitch missed the mark. That one also off. 2-0. Hard hit ball by Moore. On the run, reaching up and making the grab. The right fielder, Washington, squeezes it for the first out. One away. Center fielder number 39, Austin Langford. Langford coming into the day, 209 batting average, 222 Peach Belt Conference action. Freshman looking to get hot. First pitch, foul. Just to the right of the bag, first base side. For Jabot. His last outing came against Flagler back on the 24th. In that series at home against the Saints. Got the win, the team win in that one. Yep, 7 2/3 innings pitched. 7 2/3, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts as the Mountain Lions were victorious 4-3. And on the hands, swinging and a miss for Langford. He'll go down on strikes. Second strikeout of the game for Jabot. High the plate, right fielder number 20, Jonathan Martin. That one just misses 1-1. Martin was 0 for 4 in the opener. 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Martin will head back to the dugout. Looking at that one go by for the final out of the inning. So after a hard hit ball to right that lined out for Moore, it's been strikeout, strikeout. 2 in a row ends the Hurricanes' second inning. They've been down on strikes 3 times now in the ball game. We'll head to the third. Still no score. Both teams with a hit in the ball game. No errors yet on either side. And when we return, it'll be Reynolds, Greatcheck, and Worley, 8-9-1 in the batting order for the Mountain Lions when we return. Roman Oven Pizzeria. Anthony and his crew. That ever-popular pizza buffet, but they go on well beyond that with their menu, a wide range of items, including wraps, sandwiches, wings, burgers, salads, you name it. They just about got it right there. The Roman Oven Pizzeria, very unique to Americus, unique. Can only get it right here. Good eating in Americus. Check them out the next time you're in town, or if you're in town, head over there for your next meal, the Roman Oven Pizzeria. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back in a moment on the Surge Sports Network. Back for the third inning from Hurricane Stadium. Leading off the third inning for Young Harris, the shortstop, number 9, Corley Reynolds. Corley Reynolds will step in the first game of the day. 2 for 4 for the shortstop. Scored a run, drove in a run. Struck out twice. Should get a good pitch here. 2-0 count coming from Holloway. Somewhat delayed call, I think, by the drop of the head that Reynolds thought he was looking at ball 3, but now he'll get a 2-1 pitch. Outer edge for strike 2. Reynolds 263 batting average coming into the day. Two-two pitch. Just misses. 3-2. 263 batting average, 3 doubles, a home run, 16 RBIs. And he has started all 32 games now for Young Harris this season. Ground ball hops up to Skelton. The throw right on the money to Moore. 1 away. Now betting is the second baseman, number 2, Brett Graycheck. Graycheck in the opener was 2 for 4. Had a double, scored twice, drove in a run. Called strike 1 and 2 is that one. Catches the black. Can't get him to go after that one, and leaving the count up at 2-2. Temperatures at the start of game number 2. 67 degrees, so we've dipped a few since the end of game 1. 67 degrees, west-northwest winds at 7 miles an hour. Flag blowing primarily out to center field. That one in there, strike 3. And Graycheck strikes out looking. That'll be the 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Mitch Holloway, and back to the top of the order. Left fielder Logan Worley. Worley also struck out looking, and he opened up the ball game 2 away. This is a hard hit ball to left center field. Off the bottom of the wall. He's got two, and he'll hold up with a stand-up double. That was a shot from Worley. Double into left center field. Hitting off the wall. Worley's at second base with two away. At the plate, center fielder Skylar Murphy. Murphy flew out to left field in the second inning, or first inning rather. It skips off the clay for a ball. 1-0. Two-0 count. Holloway with a couple looks back to second now. Yep, Skylar will call time. I'm just going to say this at bat. A little bit longer. Holloway slowing things down a bit here. Trying to get out of this inning after the 2-out double. 2-0 pitch, ball 3, low and inside. On deck for the Mountain Lions is Jackson Jones. So a 3-0 pitch. And missed a little bit low, ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Skylar Murphy. Runners on first and second. Here in the third. At the plate is the designated hitter, Jackson Jones. Jones slapped one into left center field for a single, his first time up. So he's 3 for 5 in the doubleheader, having a good day at the plate. That will in fact be a strike. Well, after 4 straight balls, Holloway has thrown a couple of strikes, and he's out in front 0-2 to Jones. Fastballs low and outside. 1-2 pitches low. 2-2. And Holloway will come set. That is a long pause. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball. This is through the hole for a base hit. First run of the game is going to come in. Moore will not cut it off, but it's not in time. Run is in. Runners at the corners for Young Harris and an RBI single for Jackson Jones. Well, the Mountain Lions strike first in the nightcap. Now 1 run, 3 hits in the ball game. And we'll get to the number 4 hitter, the cleanup batter coming up for Young Harris. At the plate is the first baseman, Rudy Gaona. Flew out to right field to end the first inning. This is trouble. Bouncing ball. He got it. Good play at short. Just behind the bag and a flip over to Beta covering the bag. So good at second base. They'll get the force out and end the inning. So a fielder's choice for Gaona. And the third inning, top half of the third inning, comes to a close. Lady Hurricanes softball team. You won't see them on the Surge Sports Network for a couple of weeks. April 14th, they'll take on the number 2 team in the country currently, the Nighthawks from North Georgia. You can catch the action here on the Surge Sports Network starting at 1 o'clock. Again, that's April 14th. Lady Canes got a bunch of road doubleheaders before they get back here to the friendly confines of Lady Canes Field. When we return, it'll be Molinari. Our first look at Molinari, Skelton, and Huff here in game number 2, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. You're watching GSW Baseball on the Surge Sports Network. Leading off the third inning for the Hurricanes will be the catcher. We'll announce it. Coming to the plate for the Hurricanes, the catcher, number 19, Danny Molinari. 189 average overall, 188 in Peach Belt Conference play, 348 on base percentage, 8 walks, 11 strikeouts for Molinari. Molinari comes in, making his 12th start of the spring. Dakota Long, the catcher in game 1, and now Molinari will He's calling the shots behind the plate here in game 2. Molinari, Skelton, and Huff here in the third inning. Ball 1, first pitch. This one a hard hit ball to the second baseman, out of the glove, but he's got time, plenty of time to recover and get the out at first base. Ground out to second for Molinari to open up the third. Shortstop number 1, Tyler Skelton, coming into play today. Tyler batting .220, .222 in Peach Belt Conference play. A couple of RBIs, 4 walks, 12 strikeouts. In game 1, Skelton 0 for 2, and he struck out once. Well, with the aid of a caught stealing, Jabot has faced the minimum so far. Hurricane is just to the number 8 hitter in their lineup here. And the third. One-two pitch, bouncing ball to the left side. It'll be the third baseman who has it and fires over to first to get it. The play made by Graychick. 5-3 ground out for Skelton. Hurricanes reach their number 9 batter in the order. Coming into play, Bradley Huff, 167. His 1 home run came in the Hurricanes midweek game. This past week at Valdosta State, 7 RBIs, 4 of them in that Valdosta State game. He had a 2-run home run and then the game-winning 2-run single in the top of the 9th. The batter is the third baseman, number 10, Bradley Huff. Ooh, fooled him on that one. That breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-2. This will be a ground ball up the middle for a base hit. And Bradley Huff gets the Hurricanes a base runner, but it comes with 2 outs here in the third. It's the second hit of the ball game. The first hit of the game came from the first batter of the game, and he's now up. Top of the order for the Hurricanes, second baseman Jason Beta. This is a high fly ball to right field. Plenty of room in front of the wall and well in front of the wall, making the grab in right to end the inning. Washington grabs it, and the Hurricanes come up empty. No runs in the third. They leave the 1 on base. 3 innings in the books. Game number 2. Young Harris, 1 run, 3 hits. Georgia Southwestern, no runs, 2 hits. Neither side has committed an error yet in the ball game. We'll be back in a moment for the 4th here from Hurricane Stadium. Thanks for tuning in to today's ball game on the Surge Sports Network. The fourth inning will begin with a plate appearance by the catcher, Corey Ewald. He popped up right behind home plate on that GSW logo. His first time up to open up the second inning. Now he's opening up the fourth. That swing and a miss put him in an 0-2 hole against Holloway. So again, with the win in the opener, Young Harris 18-13, 11-8 in Peach Belt Conference play, smack dab in the middle of the Peach Belt Conference standings at this point. Georgia Southwestern 5-23 overall, 1-15 in conference play. Young Harris actually chasing USC Aiken. If they'll to take over the fourth spot in the conference standings, but they've got 3 more in the loss column at the moment than the Pacers, but still plenty of action to go yet in the season. Georgia Southwestern with 4 more Peach Belt Conference series to play. Ground ball to the shortstop, the throw in time to Andy Moore to get the out. Now batting is the second baseman, Tristan Smith. Smiths went down swinging in the second inning. This ground ball is to the right side. Beta has it. 2 up, 2 down in the fourth. Right fielder Tyler Washington. Washington flew out to center field to end the second. That was a 1-2-3 inning in the second. Now Holloway trying to go 1-2-3 against the same batters here in the fourth. Ball 2 low, 2-0. Get you some score updates here from around the Peach Belt. That one low as well, 3-0. Georgia College in non-conference play. Last weekend, the Hurricanes were in the loop for it was their turn to have a non-conference weekend. They were at Erskine. This time around, it's Georgia College. They're playing outside the Peach Belt. 9-3 winners at Florida Tech in game 1 of that doubleheader. I believe it's a doubleheader. Ball 4, 2-out walk issued, so no 1-2-3 inning here. 2-out walk to Washington. Brings up the shortstop, Corley Reynolds. He grounded out too short to open up the third inning. No other finals. Most of the other games playing a little bit later in the afternoon. Beta knocks it down and will underhand it to Skelton covering the bag to end the inning. Fielder's choice closes out the fourth. And it'll be up to the Hurricane batters to try to do a little bit of damage at the plate, see if they can help out their starter, Mitch Holloway. He's pitched well so far, but offensively, Hurricanes haven't been able to do much all day long. They're going to see if they can get on the board here. Obviously, Jabot has a different idea in mind. When the Hurricanes come up, should be Logan, Jones, and Moore, 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order. We'll be back in a moment. Thanks for tuning in here on the Surge Sports Network. Senior Josh Logan from Lawrenceville, Georgia, Mountain View High School, steps in to open up home half of the fourth inning. A chance to meet Josh there. Well, Logan is 0 for 1. He struck out looking. First time up here in game 2. Jabot has it, sets himself, and throws on to first in time. And now you'll get a chance to meet designated hitter Jared Jones from McDonough, Georgia, Union Grove High School. The senior steps in. He grounded out to the first baseman, who flipped to the pitcher covering the bag in the first to end the first. So now we'll get a second go around here against Jabot. UNC Pembroke out in front on the Pacers, USC Aiken. I mentioned that's the team directly in front of Young Harris in the standings, that being Aiken. UNC Pembroke a 5-0 lead in the bottom of the third. Other score for you, Augusta is all over Lander early in Greenwood, South Carolina. Augusta on the road up 8-0 in the top of the second. So that one's a little bit high for a ball 4 walk to Jones. We'll go down to first. Runner aboard with one away. Here's Andy Moore, the redshirt sophomore from Warner Robins, Georgia, Houston County High. This time it'll be first baseman Andy Moore. Moore, again, DH in game 1, now at first in the nightcap. Fouled off. Over everything and bouncing off the road. The public road traffic not horrible today. Little residential street that runs parallel to the third baseline here at Hurricane Stadium. Probably about maybe 30 to 40 yards up the hill. Up the berm from the dugout. If that may not quite be somewhere in that range, but not far, and many a foul ball have plunked and bounced off that road. This one's got a shot to do the same, but will come up short. 1-2 count to Moore. Got our assistant director of communications here, Keeler McJunkin, on the live stats feed today. Shabrika to my left is running the graphics and the kind of controlling the video screen. Josie Nix running the camera. Injured baseball pitcher Brooks McDonald handling the music at the ballpark today. 2-2 pitch, line drive into left center field and a base hit. Jones is going to go to third base. Moore is going to hold up at first. Runners on the corners. And a one-out single from Andy Moore. Now batting is the center fielder, Austin Langford. The freshman from Warner Robins, also a product of Houston County High School. Austin Langford steps in, got a chance to get the Hurricanes on the board in this one. One away, both teams now with 3 hits in the ball game. Let's say that one stayed upstairs for a ball. Langford entered the day with a .209 batting average. Fooled on that one. 1-1. Langford struck out swinging in the second inning. And of course, fans, if you haven't noticed or have an interest or haven't clicked in yet but would like to, live stats feed is available. Real-time data right there. Follow your favorite player, your favorite school. With that action, the live stats link is in the description of today's broadcast. 2 balls and a strike to Langford. This could be 2, 4 to 6 to 3, not in time. So a run will score, and the Hurricanes have tied it up. Langford reaches on the fielder's choice. At the plate is the right fielder, Jonathan Martin. That's all right. That's okay, you don't have to do it. Jonathan Martin, the Hurricanes' right fielder. Ball 2 to Martin. Two balls and a strike to Martin. Jonathan again struck out looking in the second inning. He'll be facing a 2-1 pitch here. And a swing and a miss. This time it'll be swinging, and Martin goes down on strikes to close out the fourth. So the Hurricanes do manage to tie up the game at 1. We'll get that ready there for you back on the screen. There you are. End of the fourth inning. We're all tied up 1 apiece. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for both teams. Fifth inning coming up from Hurricane Stadium. I want to give a big congratulations out to softball freshman of the week, Elizabeth Wills. How about that? The freshman had a great week. Last week, Monday, she was announced as the Peach Belt Conference Freshman of the Week. First time she's received the honor in her career. It was a good week for the softball team. Player of the Week, Haley Tierce. You met her earlier in Game 1 if you were following along. This time we want to give a shout out and a congratulations to Elizabeth Wills, the reigning Peach Belt Conference Freshman of the Week in softball. We'll be back in a moment from Hurricane Stadium. To the fifth inning we go. The leadoff batter in the fifth for Young Harris is the third baseman, Brett Graycheck. Graycheck struck out looking in the third. Now getting his second look at Holloway. That one's in there for a strike, 2-1. That one will bounce off the turf and into the glove of Skelton for routine play on the ground out there. Bouncing ball to open up the fifth. One away. Sun starting to set. You can peeking back out as the clouds have kind of had to disappear for the most part around the ballpark. Sun setting behind us. See those shadows casting in. Back to the top of the order. And the ever dangerous Logan Worley at the plate. For the crowd, we will announce it. Left fielder Logan Worley. One for two in this game. His last at bat, he doubled to left center. Good pitch there from Holloway, and now he's out in front. Can they play around a little bit here with Worley, the dangerous hitter. He's red hot. This could be third baseman on the throw in time. Close play at first, but Huff makes the play on a strong throw over to Moore for the out, second out of the inning. Center fielder Skylar Murphy. Well, Murphy's 0 for 1. His last time up, he walked. This one will bounce past Molinari for a ball. With the swing and the miss, Holloway out in front, 1-2. Holloway has 3 strikeouts so far. He's walked a pair. Pitch count was at 57 prior to this at bat. 1-2 count coming, or pitch coming rather. Fastball misses, 2-2. And Molinari will just flick it back towards the hill. He knew it was strike 3. Freezes him on that one, and it's a strikeout. Number 4 of the game for Holloway. Murphy goes down looking. So nothing doing for Young Harris in their half of the inning, 5th inning. Georgia Southwestern coming up. Batters will be Molinari, the Hurricanes catcher. Molinari, Skelton, and Huff. 7, 8, and 9 in the GSW batting order. And again, fans, this series concludes tomorrow with one game, a 1 o'clock matinee. 1 p.m. tomorrow. We'll go on the air just a few moments before first pitch, so you can catch us here on the Surge Sports Network, our YouTube channel, GSW Athletics. GSW Athletics. Now, that also is our Twitter handle as well, so you can find us on Twitter at GSW Athletics as well. So we'll hope you come back and watch the finale tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock the start time here from Hurricane Stadium. So you had a chance to meet the Hurricanes Game 2 starting catcher Danny Molinari. Molinari transferred in to play his senior season from Limestone College. The 5'11 senior from Redwood City, California. Molinari grounded out to the second baseman his first time up. Big cut, swing and a miss. 0-2. Quickly behind in the count to open up the home half of the fifth inning. Comes up high on its side. That one gets away from the pitcher. That'll be a hit by a pitch. I think the head coach is actually wondering if perhaps that was off the butt of the bat or off the bat. They'll go talk things over to see if it was a foul ball or if in fact Molinari was hit by that one to take his base. Yeah, they don't change them too often, and they're not going to change the call here. So the runner will stay over at first base. Molinari hit by a pitch to open up the fifth inning. Throw over to first base, standing up, getting back to the bag is Molinari, the catcher for the Hurricanes. Georgia Southwestern is, well, 19 stolen bases in 29 attempts so far as a team this year. Opponents coming in had swiped 40 bases. Molinari actually does have one stolen base this year. The Hurricanes haven't had as many opportunities to run as I'm sure popped up. Molinari will stay put. Foul territory, the third baseman has it. And that'll be the first out. So Skelton pops up, trying to get the bunt down. Sacrifice doesn't work, but you got Bradley Huff coming up, and he's been pretty warm at the plate lately. We'll see what he can do. He singled his first time up. At the plate is the third baseman, Bradley Huff. This one is hard hit at the third baseman. It's going to roll up his glove and into left field. Yeah. So a hard hit ball by Bradley Huff. Hard hit ball by Bradley Huff, but in fact it will, of course, be ruled an error. Error on the third baseman, Graycheck. Runners at first and second with one out, and back to the top of the order for Georgia Southwestern. At the plate for GSW, second baseman, Jason Beta. So Beta, the switch-hitting infielder, hitting from the left-handed batter's box here. Beta versus right-handed pitching. Hard hit ball, but this one will be caught by the center fielder. Runners will have to stay put. Just not quite enough to put that one in the gap. The center fielder coming over to make the grab for the second out of the inning. F8 on that one. That's the second straight fly out from Beta in the ball game. Now batting for the Hurricanes, left fielder Josh Logan. Well, Logan 0 for 2 in the ball game. His last time up, he grounded out to the pitcher. Big cut, swing and a miss. With runners in scoring position, Logan 5 of 30 before today's ball game. Buck 67 with runners in scoring position, so we'll see what he can do here. Try to break that trend up a little bit. He finds himself in an 0-2 hole. And a swing and a miss. It's the second time that Logan has struck out in this game. First time swinging on a third strike. Fifth inning comes to a close. No damage done by the Hurricanes. They leave 2 runners on. 5 in the books. Good pitching duel here. 1-1 score. We'll be back for the 6th in a moment from Hurricane Stadium. Designated hitter Jackson Jones, the number 3 hitter in the lineup for Young Harris, opens up the 6th inning. Well, Jones has been the bright spot in the lineup here in Game 2. The Mountain Lions have 3 hits in the game. Jones has 2 of them. Both singles. Pulled foul will even the count up at 2-2. Hard ball hit to Beta at second. He'll have it. First baseman Rudy Gaona. Gaona 0 for 2. Grounded into a fielder's choice to end the third inning. Young Harris got their run in the third. Georgia Southwestern with their run in the fourth. Both sides again with 3 hits in the ball game.
Really, Coach?
Gaona is a 6'1" senior from Laredo, Texas, and he transferred to Young Harris from Laredo Community College. It's a hard hit ball at Skelton. It'll bounce up. He'll put the glove in front of his face, make the grab, and throw on to first for the out. 2 up, 2 down for Holloway and the Hurricanes defensively here in the 6th. Catcher Corey Ewald. Ewald 0 for 2, popped up to the catcher in foul territory right behind home plate, grounded out to short his last time up, which came in the 4th. Ewald, the senior from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Colorado Northwestern Community College, where he played before transferring over to Young Harris. 0-1 pitch, a little bit low, ball 1. Head coach Stephen Wagoner per season at the helm for Young Harris, a product of alma mater is University of West Alabama. That one a little bit high, 2-1. And they'll say he offered at that one, and that'll even the count up at 2-2.
That just means you need to be clean the crap out of your ears.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging to end the inning. The 5th strikeout of the ball game for Mitch Holloway. 1-2-3 inning for Holloway and the Hurricanes. Defensively here in the 6th. Georgia Southwestern looking to take its first lead of the afternoon, but they've got a lot of work to do. Been held to 3 hits as well in this one, all tied up at 1 when we return. It'll be, take a look there. Yep. Jones, Moore, and Langford. How about 3, 4, and 5 of the Hurricanes batting order when we come back? Roman Oven Pizzeria. Anthony and his crew. Got to hit that pizza buffet when you're in town. Thanks to the Roman Oven Pizzeria, and we'll be back. Designated hitter Jared Jones to lead off the 6th for the Hurricanes. First pitch missed for a ball. That one in there for a strike. Evens up the count. 1-1. Lights are flickering on here at Hurricane Stadium. Well, a little life out of the GSW dugout. You can hear a little chatter. Loudest they've been all afternoon. Haven't had much to cheer about, but going to make the most of an opportunity perhaps here. See if they can rally their teammates. Bouncing ball to the shortstop. He'll wait. Ooh! Comes off and hits his glove, and he'll go into center field. Or, excuse me, left field, rather. Error charge to the shortstop. So an error on the shortstop. I know he's waiting for that one to bounce down and came up quick on him, but obviously a little more time with Jones as he had made the play in game 1 to get the runner out. This is a hard hit ball to center field. Back. This one will just be a long fly out at Hurricane Stadium. It takes a poke to get one to center field. 405 plus to dead center. And this one gets lost in the pasture. A long fly out for Andy Moore. One away. Center fielder, Austin Langford. One away. Out in front, Austin misses on that one. Langford in this game is 0 for 2. He reached on a fielder's choice, beat out a potential inning-ending double play to get that first run of the game. And this fastball he's behind on, and it's an 0-2 count. He struck out in the second as well. So 0 for 2 for Langford against starting pitcher for Young Harris again today. Jabot comes with the pitch. Foul, first base side, out of play. Oh, 2 pitch, high. Had a pitch to throw away there on that one anyway. 1-2. Langford, under the excitement, does not go up and chase that high heat. One and two. Got him swinging. Langford goes down. Well, 2 outs in the inning. Martin hasn't fared well against Jabot in this one. Right fielder Jonathan Martin. He has struck out both times up. Looking in the second, swinging in the fourth. Against right-handed pitching, a 200 batting average. Coming into play today. Shot to right field. That ball is going to get to the wall. One hop the fence. Martin's got a double. They're going to send the runner around. Here comes Martin into third. The throw, not in time. Triple for Jonathan Martin. Hurricanes with their first lead of the afternoon. There's a lot of room to run when it gets out there in the gaps. And Martin on his horse comes up with the triple to score a run. Well, the Hurricanes are ahead, 2-1 the score now. So as things get a little dark, we'll open up the lens a little bit, let a little more light in here on your broadcast. Danny Molinari, the batter. Molinari was hit by a pitch his last time up, which came in the 5th inning. The catcher 0 for 1 here in the ball game. Count even at 1-1 to Molinari. That one will stay up high for a ball. There is action in the Young Harris bullpen. Looks like you're just starting to warm up down there. We've got a righty up in the pen. Throwing from in front of the hill. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Molinari trying to see if he can get home that run. Jonathan Martin over at third base for the Hurricanes. Two pitch. Fouled off. Another one, Molinari, first base side out of play. Staying alive, a little behind Jabot on the last couple pitches, but he has been able to fight him off and stay alive in the at-bat. In on the hands, slow roller is going to go foul. Just off the dirt on the first base side. First baseman has it and will toss it back in. Keep the at-bat alive. A few extra pitches having to be thrown to Molinari. Jabot coming into the at-bat had thrown 79. Another 2-2 pitch. Yep, got him on that one. So Molinari will go down on strikes to end the inning for Jabot. That's his 7th strikeout of the ball game. But the Hurricanes get a run in the 6th. And for the first time today, Georgia Southwestern leads. It's GSW 2, Young Harris 1. It's 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors for the Mountain Lions. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for GSW. We'll be back for the 7th. You're watching GSW Georgia Southwestern State University Baseball Peach Belt Conference action on the Surge Sports Network. Leading off the 7th inning, second baseman Tristan Smith. Well, Tristan Smith 0 for 2. He struck out once. His last time up, however, he grounded out to the second baseman. Open up the 7th inning here. Well, Georgia Southwestern taking the lead to end this after 6. So far this season, when leading after 6, the Hurricanes have a 4-4 record. I guess that's better than the alternative. 0-2 pitch off the plate. If tied or trailing, GSW is 1-18. So, as I said, better than the alternative. 4-4 record when leading after 6. We'll see if they can hang in there today. Bullpen quiet for Georgia Southwestern. Holloway's done well, kept his pitch count a very manageable 75 heading into this at bat. The throw on the money, a nice backhand grab by the third baseman, Bradley Huff, and there's one away. Long way to go in this one, though. Got the final third of the ball game yet to come. Now batting right fielder Tyler Washington. Washington is 0 for 1. He walked his last time up. Fastball gets by Washington. Washington, the number 7 hitter in the batting order. Line shot. Beta will pick it up and throw on to first. Hard hit ball, but right to Jason Beta, the second baseman. And Washington, a native of Adairsville, Georgia. Hope I said that right. The junior makes the second out of the inning. 2 outs. Corley Reynolds at the plate with the 2 away. First pitch swinging, hard hit ball, line foul. At the plate is the shortstop, Corley Reynolds. This one hit high to right field. Plenty of time, plenty of room. And a final out, 1, 2, 3 inning for Holloway in the 7th. That one a fly out to the right fielder, Martin. GSW will look to give Holloway a little cushion when they come up. Bottom half of the 7th. It's 7th inning stretch time from Hurricane Stadium. Due up for GSW. It'll be Skelton, Huff, and Beta. That's 8, 9, and 1 in the GSW batting order when we return to Duke's Barbecue. With this chilly nip in the air and a little cool breeze, some hot barbecue would hit the spot right now from Two Dukes Barbecue. You can find them on Facebook at Two Dukes Barbecue. They do a lot more than that. I mentioned earlier their menu almost changes daily in regards to side items, home-baked casseroles and salads, coleslaw, good stuff from J. Duke and Two Dukes Barbecue and more, just about a block away from campus on Tripp Street. Check them out. Hurricanes shortstop Tyler Skelton leading off the home half of the 7th. Skelton 0 for 2. He popped up trying to put a bunt attempt down. This one's going to drop in the corner in fair territory. Right field cornered. Skelton stands up, gives a couple claps, waves for the home crowd as he starts off the inning with a double. So Skelton trying to keep this momentum going for the Hurricanes. A double in the right field corner. We get Bradley Huff up. Huff hit a hard ball to the third baseman that caromed off the heel of his glove, rolled up into foul territory and right in left field. Last time he was up at the plate, third baseman Bradley Huff. So Huff is 1 for 2 after that. He had the error, reached on the error in the 5th, but singled his first time up. And he's been, and bunt foul back to the screen. Huff is, I've talked about this earlier, but been one of the hotter if not the hottest hitter over the last week plus for Georgia Southwestern. And you'll see if he can come through yet again. Had the big hit, 2 big hits against Valdosta State. He is the number 9 hitter in the lineup, so Beta is on deck for GSW.
That's a good take.
One count. A lot of movement out there, but nothing comes of nothing. As Jabot does not throw back to second. A lot of movement out there for the Mountain Lions defensively here. Shifting, covering, and preparing for whatever the Hurricanes can do at the plate here with a 1-1 count. The bunt to the first baseman. He'll have to wait and make the tag on Skelton, or excuse me, Huff rather. Good push bunt down the first base line. One away. So Huff able to put down a sacrifice bunt, move the runner into even closer to scoring position. Now a sac fly would do the job with one out if Beta happens to go that route. At the plate is the second baseman, Jason Beta. And as a matter of fact, Beta has flown out his last 2 times up. After a single to open the ball game, Beta flew to right field and then center field his last 2 times to the plate. He's got a 2-0 pitch coming. That one will miss, ball 3.
Good take.
3-0 pitch, popped up, but in the infield, just going to get into shallow left field. This one drifting. And it is, in fact, the left fielder who will make the grab. So a lot of ground to cover for Worley in left, but he does it. Beta can't get the runner in on that fly ball. And Josh Logan has a crack at it again. At the plate, left fielder Josh Logan. Logan has been struggling in this one, but he's still got a chance to get the insurance run needed. This one a ground ball to the left side. The shortstop has it. He's going to have to get it over to first, and it's not going to be in time. Runner scores. Deep in the hole at short, and Josh Logan finds a way to get it done. He gets the run in. The throw not in time after the bobble at short. At the plate, designated hitter Jared Jones. So the bobble by the shortstop keeps the inning alive and gets it a run across for Logan. And now the batter is hit by a pitch, so it's the second time a GSW batter has been hit in the ball game. Runners on first and second for the cleanup hitter. Andy Moore, he holds the top batting average on the Hurricanes coming into play today. But in this one he is, well, and he's got a hit in this ball game as well. His last time up he flew out to center. But Moore is 1 for 3, has one of the Hurricanes' 5 hits in the ball game. At the plate, first baseman Andy Moore. Two outs, 2-run lead now for the Hurricanes. They pushed across a run in 3 of their last 4 innings. Each of the last 3 of, you get what I'm trying to say. A run in the 4th, they were held scoreless in the 5th. Now a run in the 6th and a run in the 7th. 3-1 the score, and Andy Moore hoping to add to the lead. Count is 1-0. This one low and inside, 2-0. One would think if for some reason this is a walk or Moore would get on base in some way, shape, or form, that might be the end of the day for Jabot. Runners, now they've got a lefty up in the bullpen. Left-handed pitcher up, warming up down in the Young Harris corner. Right field line, foul territory, where the bullpen for the visitors is located here at Hurricane Stadium. I'll look back to second, 2-1 pitch. A little bit low, 3-1. Jabot just now over 100 pitches in the ball game. Off speed, nice looking pitch there, in for a strike. Count goes full. He's really pitched a good game. A couple of, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. Only one of the runs the Hurricanes have scored today has been earned. Dylan's been fighting out there, and we'll have to, if his teammates can help him out with the bats when they come up. Hit by a pitch. That's the 3rd hit batter of the game, the 2nd of the inning, and the 2nd in a row. Well, nothing yet. Let him go, another batter. We'll see if Austin Langford can make him pay. At the plate, center fielder, Austin Langford. Now he has done well against Langford. Jabot has forced him into an 0 for 3 day. And the last time Langford was up, he struck out swinging. So 2 of the 3 times, in fact, that Langford has faced Jabot today, it's been strikeouts. So give him a chance to work his way out of the jam here in the 7th. Langford, despite the struggles, has a chance kind of to be a bit of a hero here with the bases juiced. And 2 away in the 7th. Could really stretch that Hurricanes lead with a big clutch hit here from the freshman. The 1-1 offering. Swing and a miss. He just can't seem to find Jabot's groove. One and two. Outside for a ball, 2-2. And there you go. That's why you leave him in. He gets the strikeout on Langford. Strikes out looking. That's the third strikeout of the game for Langford, the 8th strikeout by Jabot, and he works his way out of it. Does a good job to minimize the damage. The Hurricanes tack on a run, but the lead a much more manageable 2 now. As Young Harris has some work to do when they come up in the 8th. 3-1 GSW. We'll be back in a moment. From Hurricane Stadium, you're watching GSW Baseball on the Surge Sports Network. Third baseman Brett Graycheck, the number 9 hitter in the lineup for Young Harris, on to face Mitch Holloway to open up the 8th. Holloway coming into the inning, 83 pitches. So Holloway's been very efficient through the first 7. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, 1 earned run, 3 hits. Well, so they're going a kind of a ping pong back and forth. The first pitch, the Young Harris fans didn't like that call, and then the last pitch, it was the Georgia Southwestern fans that didn't like the call. So back and forth we go. Our poor home plate umpire is getting it from both sides here as things tightening up a little bit in the latter innings here. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Graycheck 0 for 2 in the ball game. He struck out looking in the 3rd and grounded out to the shortstop back in the 5th. Ground ball to the second baseman, Beta. He popped out of his glove for a minute, but he had enough time to regroup and throw over to first base for the out. Back to the top of the order now.
I don't think I did a very good job holding the play then, but I did it.
Left fielder Logan Worley.
A little delayed on the camera. If it was, it was me. Oh, you were? I was like, if it was, it was me. You did.
That's a line drive into left field, a base hit for Worley. The 4th hit of the ball game for young Harris. It comes with 1 away in the 8th. So Worley has half of the team's hits here in the nightcap. He's now 2 for 4 in the ball game. At the plate is the center fielder, Skylar Murphy. Murphy is 0 for 2 with a walk. He struck out looking in the 5th inning. Ball 1. Worley is 3 for 4 in stolen base attempts, but they'll throw over to first, and he'll be diving in well ahead of the throw is Worley, but young Harris does need more than just the 1 run. Over at first. 1-0 pitch coming up to Murphy. They'll throw over to first again. Diving, I don't even think he put a tag on him. Diving back in safely. The flag still draped down limp in center field as things have calmed down around the ballpark here as we move into the evening hours. Approaching 8 p.m. Two-0 count to Murphy. Kicking the pitch, low and inside. Throw to first, runner back. As that one was in the dirt, and he thought about going and then thought about breaking for second, but decided to come back. And by the time they long knew he might have a play at first, pretty much diving back in well ahead of the throw, and Jones was up almost on the grass when the throw got to him from long. Well, 3-0. And 3-0 pitches in there for a strike.
I know, which is why they're trying to get it.
3-1 pitch, low and inside. So Murphy has walked twice in the ball game, and head coach Brian McLean will come out to have a word with his starting pitcher, Mitch Holloway. There is nobody up in the GSW bullpen at the moment, but Jackson Jones steps in, the number 3 hitter in the lineup, the DH, represents the go-ahead run. 2 on base when we return here for young Harris. 8th inning of action. Definitely a buzz in the ballpark now as things are getting very interesting in the 8th inning. Runners at first and second. Jackson Jones is 2 for 3, half. So basically, Jones and Worley have accounted for all of the offense for Young Harris so far in game 2, both with 2 hits in the ball game. So the other half, Logan did his part with a single to get the inning or the offense rolling in this inning, and now Jones will try to answer his teammate. 2 for 3 with an RBI in game number 2. And Holloway starting to struggle a little bit with his command. There. Usually the opposite of what I say happens, so we'll just keep going that route. That one in there for a strike, 1-1. The Seinfeld fans can appreciate that observation. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch, low and inside, ball 2. There is now a reliever up in the GSW pen, and it's the Young Harris bullpen that's quiet. We'll see if they'll make a pitching change after this half inning. The kick and the pitch, 2-1, low and inside. Runner's going to break for third. The throw down from Long, from Molinari rather, not in time, and they'll break and advance as that one gets in the dirt. Saw where the pitch was and took off. It was only the runner at second that moved, so we got runners at the corners rather. There you go, runners at the corners. 1 away and a 3-1 pitch for Jones to sit on. Creeping up suddenly and quickly upon the 100 pitch count for Holloway. He's at 97. Fouled off, make that 98 now for Holloway. Count has gone full to Jones. The payoff pitch. Fouled off, will do it again. Jackson Jones is the 5'11" sophomore from Marietta, Georgia. Went to Kell High School. Holloway will come set the kick and the 3-2 pitch. That one down the line. Two-run double, ball game tied. I know you didn't see it on the broadcast. I'll tell you about it. It was a line drive over the third baseman's head that fell. If it didn't catch chalk, it just missed chalk on the left field line, just over the reach of the third baseman and down into the corner. A double, 2 runs come around to score, and the ball game is tied at 3-3. Big time hit for Jones to come through on that one, and they'll go to their bench for a pinch runner here. Xavier Lushington. Pinch running for Young Harris at second base. Xavier Lushington. Lushington, the junior from Atlanta. He got a couple of swings in the opener. A transfer from Central Alabama Community College. Now at second base with 1 away. And Rudy Gaona, the batter. First baseman Rudy Gaona. Gaona 0 for 3 in this one. And an uproar from the Young Harris dugout as they can smell the momentum and the tide changing in this one. One out, swing and a miss. Holloway's got to fight through this and keep it a tie ball game. Work to do, though, as the go-ahead run is at second base. Both teams now with 5 hits in the ball game. Young Harris has 3 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors. GSW 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Fouled off. Didn't do anything. Fly ball to deep right center field, but Langford will track it down for the second out, tagging up and moving over to third. He is the pinch runner for Young Harris Lushington. So Lushington's over at third, a fly ball. At the plate, catcher Corey Ewald. Ewald is 0 for 3. Ewald 0 for 3. His last time up, he struck out, and that was in the 6th inning. Struck out swinging. Two and one. That one misses. Upstairs for a ball, 2-1. See if we can let a little more light in here as it's dark all around us and a little dark in your shot. 2 balls and a strike. As we settle in and get ready for the home stretch. 2-1 pitch from Holloway. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. We'll go see. We'll do it at this half inning. After this batter, we'll play with the camera a moment. See if we can brighten your shot up there, but hopefully you'll hang with us till then. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Of course you will. This is when it's getting interesting right here. 2-2 pitch coming from Holloway. Swing and a miss, and he gets strikeout number 6. So Holloway gives up the hit that does allow the Mountain Lions to rally back. They do score 2 in the 8th to tie this one up. It's getting interesting, folks. 3-3 your score, bottom of the 8th inning coming up from Hurricane Stadium. Thanks for tuning in to this one. Come on back when we return. See what we've got going on here. It'll be Jonathan Martin, Molinari, and Skelton. It looks like 6, 7, and 8 coming back. Hang with us here on the Surge Sports Network. Bottom of the 8th inning. Georgia Southwestern will have to take its hacks at a new pitcher as young Harris goes to the bullpen. The new pitcher, a right-handed sophomore out of Griffin, Georgia. Spalding High School is number 38, McLean Harris. At the plate, right fielder Jonathan Martin. So for Jonathan Martin, he is 1 for 3 in the ball game. The last time he was up, that's when he got his hit. Struck out the first 2 times up, then delivered with a triple. He's drove in a run. We'll get you the line here on the new pitcher. As Harris will kick and fire. Gonna get him on the inside edge. Martin goes down on strikes. First out of the 8th inning. McLean Harris making his 11th appearance of the spring. 8 of them have been in relief. 38 innings. He has 2 saves, which actually is tied for the team lead. At the plate, catcher Danny Molinari. Back to Harris now. 30 innings pitched. 30 innings pitched, 42 hits, 22 earned runs, 8 walks, an impressive 38 strikeouts. Opponents are batting .326 against Harris. He has a 1-3 record and a 6.6 ERA. So one of those things where I guess Harris comes right at you. Again, 38 strikeouts in 30 innings. However, he has allowed a team high 10 doubles this season. So he's bringing it right at you and challenging you along the way. He's out 0-2 here. Back to the screen. Count will stay at 0-2. He's already got 1 strikeout in the inning. Molinari was hit by a pitch in the 5th, struck out in the 6th, swinging. He's down 0-2 in the count here. Time called. Upstairs for a ball. And he'll get Molinari swinging on that one. So took a little bit off on it. The breaking ball. Molinari can't. Unable to connect. 2 up, 2 down, both by strikeout here in the 8th inning for the Hurricanes. Shortstop Tyler Skelton. Skelton is 1 for 3. His one hit, however, came up his last time up when he doubled into the right field corner. One-0 offering. Drops in for a strike, 1-1. Time called. That one a strike, 1 and 2. So Harris looking to strike out the side in the 8th. That one dropping down in there. Good break on that one from Harris. Good movement on his pitches here, and he's looking to complete. But that one fouled off from Tyler, and he'll stay in there and get another look at a 1-2 pitch. This one towards the second baseman. Oh, off his glove and into right center field. Or right field, rather. So that one off the glove of the second baseman. Ball's been taking some crazy bounces on these high choppers, and that one off the glove of the second baseman into right field. But it's all going to have to start with 2 outs in the inning. But the batter cup now, 1 for 2 in the ball game is Bradley Huff. At the plate is the third baseman, Bradley Huff. Four errors in the ball game now for young Harris. Huff is 1 for 2. The last time he was up, he delivered a sacrifice bunt to the first baseman and was tagged out on the play. The number 9 batter in the lineup here in game 2 for the Hurricanes. 1-0 pitch coming from Harris. Breaking ball in the dirt, going to get past the catcher. Runner moves into scoring position. So a wild pitch from Harris allows the runner to move down to second base. Well, Huff's going to get a look at a 2-0 pitch here from Harris when he gets after that quick discussion. Pitcher catcher getting on the same page here for the pitch to Huff. Harris comes set. Now the throw just a little bit off the plate. And it's 3-0.
That's a good take.
Fastball will catch the knees. Three and one. Home crowd hoping for a low ball 4 called, but not the case. 3-1. Harris with a long pause. And now he'll come home. Outer edge of the plate for a strike. And he has worked it back to a full count. Pull foul on that one. And chop down into the back of the GSW bullpen. Bullpen catcher picks that one up in foul territory. It throws it down. Another payoff pitch coming. Working hard at this at-bat. Huff trying to keep this at-bat alive and get the Hurricanes potentially a lead if he can deliver a hit here in the 8th. Fastball in on the hands. Fastball fights that one off out of play. And we'll go again. Well, the Hurricanes are making Harris work. This will be his 23rd pitch of the inning, but when it's all said and done, he can still get out of this. With no runs allowed. Huff with other thoughts in mind. Another payoff pitch. This one outside. Ball 4. Runners at first and second for the Hurricanes. Back to the top of the order for GSW. And we'll make a trip to the mound. Young Harris coming out to talk things over here with runners on first and second. 2 outs in the inning for Georgia Southwestern. As they chit-chat out there, we look at the series coming to a close tomorrow at 1 o'clock. That way, young Harris can hopefully get an early jump on the road and get back home. For those that will be celebrating Easter Sunday, get this weekend series wrapped up a little bit earlier than usual. And it all comes to a head tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We'll go on the air a couple minutes before first pitch. We hope you can join us on Saturday afternoon. So like I said, back to the top of the order. Now batting second baseman, Jason Beta. Beta is 1 for 4. His one hit came in the first to open up the ball game. Otherwise, it's been a steady dose of flyouts since then. Swing and a miss on that one. A one pitch bouncing ball to the second baseman. This one will be fielded cleanly and thrown on to first to end the inning. So the Hurricanes leave a pair on base. Harris works out of the mini jam, and GSW scoreless in the 8th. We head to the 9th inning of game number 2 of the series. Our nightcap, today's doubleheader, deadlocked at 3 runs apiece. Come on back, and we'll be back in just a moment. You're watching Georgia Southwestern State University Baseball Peach Belt Conference action right here on the Surge Sports Network. To the 9th inning we go. Tristan Smith, the second baseman for Young Harris, leads off the frame. Smith in the ball game, the number 6 hitter in the lineup. 0 for 3 in this one. He struck out in the second swinging, and a couple of ground outs to follow. Second base in the 4th, third base in the 7th. Holloway on to pitch the 9th. He was if you're just tuning in, was the Hurricanes starting pitcher in this one. He's trying to go the distance. He's up to 108 pitches heading into the at-bat, so now at 110 for Holloway. There is action in the GSW bullpen. And there's somebody up lightly warming up, just starting their warm-ups in the Young Harris bullpen as well. 2-0 pitch. 3-0. Well, a different tone and feel, of course, to this one. If you've been with us throughout the afternoon, you know what I'm talking about. Game 1 was all Young Harris. No doubt early, and they just cruise ball 4. to a very comfortable 20-1 victory. This one has been tight for the entire game. And now things are really starting to tighten up here in the ninth. Leadoff man gets aboard with a 4-pitch walk. And that'll bring up the number 7 hitter in the lineup, right fielder Tyler Washington. Washington is 0 for 2 with a walk mixed in. The last time up, he grounded out to the second baseman. Well, that'll be it for Holloway. He's not going to be able to get through the whole game, but he did a heck of an effort to get us where we're at. Holloway comes back, and those that are still around, even some of the young Harris faithful, applauding that effort. As Holloway did good work, but now he's going to have to rely on the bullpen to try to bring this one home. Holloway will not be eligible for a decision anymore in the ball game. They're going to pass it on, hand it off. New pitcher in for GSW, it's number 34, Harrison Timberlake. Timberlake coming in out of the bullpen, 4.5 ERA, opponent's batting average of .268. The freshman's pitched 18 innings, including 11 2/3 in Peach Belt Conference play. We'll be back for more. Tell you about Harrison Timberlake when we return. So a new pitcher and a new runner, base runner for young Harris. At first base is Royce Woolfolk. Woolfolk got a couple of at-bats in the opening game, and now he'll come on to pinch run here in the ninth. Squaring to bunt, a good bunt. Timberlake's got it. The throw over to first is going to bounce past. The throw bounced past Jones. They had the backup there, so at least it prevented it from going down the line and everybody moving around. But it was enough of a errant throw to allow the runner to move from second to third. And with nobody out, young Harris has runners at the corners. The bunt was a good one. The throw not on the money from Harrison Timberlake. And young Harris is threatening to regain the lead here. Nobody out. And that'll bring up the batter at the plate, shortstop Corley Reynolds. Corley Reynolds is 0 for 3. Flew out to right field his last time up. Now he'll square to bunt. This one high for a ball. So Timberlake, the freshman from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, product of the IMG Academy out of Florida, is in relief and will try to work his way out of this situation now the Hurricanes find themselves in the 9th inning. .289 opponent batting average against Timberlake this spring. The runner goes. They'll let him take second base. A stolen base and runners at second and third. A 1-1 count to Reynolds. Time called. And Timberlake will come home with it. Misses a little bit inside, 2-1.
I was gonna say some people had made the best choices. Sorry, I got to change it. That dog's gonna be a crackhead.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Infield in. They're trying to get the play at home if they can. Outside, ball 3.
I told you you could be over there with your game. I really don't care. You think I was
So that one's going to get in on him and hit his hand. Of course, Coach McLean will have a word with the umpire, but this one in on the hands. GSW faithful who was hoping that was more of a foul ball off the bat, but it in fact is going to be called a hit by a pitch off of his hand. A quick discussion, and quickly back to the dugout goes Coach McLean just to say his piece, but of course nothing's changing. That's a hit batter. And now the bases are loaded, full of Mountain Lions with nobody out in the inning. At the plate, the third baseman, Brett Graycheck. Well, Graycheck is 0 for 3. After he struck out looking in the third, and then since then it's been 2 ground ball outs to short and to second. The latter coming in the 8th inning. Pulled foul. 0 for 3 in the game. Graycheck, a freshman. Calling on the freshman to step up here. The freshman from Cumming, Georgia. South Forsyth High School. taking the pitch, 1-1. On the outside edge for a strike, 1-2. Time called. One-two pitch.
Safe spot.
Not good enough. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one curls off the plate. Well, the count's full. Bases loaded. Game-changing pitch coming up right here from Timberlake. Hurricanes still desperately seeking their first out of the inning. Here's the payoff pitch. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. 1 run is in. They'll wave another around. He's going to score easily. 5-3, Young Harris. Well, I don't even know if the infield was at regular depth, if anybody could have got that one. It's a good piece of hitting, bouncing over Timberlake and into center field. Runners at first and second, and Young Harris is back where they've been most of the day, and that's out in front. 5-3 the score. And the Hurricanes will send a body down to the bullpen to start to warm up. So a big, big hit from Graycheck. Back to the top of the order. Things aren't going to get any easier for Timberlake, as he'll have to face the Mountain Lions left fielder, Logan Worley. At the plate, left fielder, Logan Worley. Worley, 2 for 4. This bunt to Timberlake, going to be trouble. Good speed. And he'll hold on to it for a bunt single. So how about that? Worley's finding any way possible to get on base, and now you can add a bunt single to the mix. And wow, we're right back where we were just moments ago. Bases loaded for the Mountain Lions with nobody out in the inning. The batter is the center fielder, Skylar Murphy. Murphy is 0 for 2, but he's been walked twice, including the last time he was up. Seven hits now in the ball game. 3 of them coming from Logan Worley. Well, Young Harris has scored 2 runs in the 9th. They also added 2 in the 8th to get their offense to come to life here in the closing innings of our doubleheader. Popped up. It'll be the left fielder, Josh Logan, to make the grab. And there's 1 out. Bases stay juiced for Young Harris. Murphy with the fly out to left field. And the designated hitter comes to the plate. We'll see what's going on here. Having a word. Your attention fans, pinch hitting for Young Harris, number 13, Bradley Cleese. Bradley Cleese in replacement of Jackson Jones as the designated hitter. Cleese came to the plate in game 1. Now he'll get his first at-bat here in the nightcap. Oh, 1 pitch. Just misses 1-1. Well, if this was to hold, the starting pitcher for the Hurricanes, Mitch Holloway, would be on the hook for the loss because he walked the first batter of the inning, who has since come around to score, and we've gone on from there. So I'm going to miss 1 and 2. One-two pitch. In there, the hook. And they'll get him back to the dugout. They're not happy with the call on the breaking ball there. A lot of jawing going on, and let's just send Cleese back to the dugout. And they will, in fact, kick Cleese out of the ball game. Well, that'll be it for Mr. Cleese. It was the base umpire who ultimately said enough's enough. I don't think the jawing obviously stopped with him having a word and with the home plate umpire. He was yelling back to the field as well. And now the coach will get clarification. But that should be that'll be it for him. So he gets the so the strikeout call for Timberlake to get the second out of the inning. They'll ring him up. Goes down, and the pinch hitter Cleese, sophomore from Tallahassee, Florida, and a transfer from Andrew College, will be escorted out of the ballpark. And there he goes. Right in front of your camera is athletic director Mike Leader is the acting game manager. They still going at it out there. Let's move on already. A 2-run lead for Young Harris. They do still have the bases loaded as well, so there's still work to be done. The batter is the first baseman, Rudy Gaona. And baseball can finally resume. 2-out pitch. Take that. Hooking foul. Well, they say almost, but A, it hooked foul, and B, it stayed in the ballpark. So we'll do it all over again. But it was a hard hit ball, but it didn't even get to the wall in the air. We'll try it one more time. He hits him hard on the first pitch. 0-1 the count. This one will get through the hole, unless Skelton, yep, nope, can't get there in time. This one will get through for a base hit. 2 more runs are in, and Young Harris is pouring it on here in the 9th. 4 runs in the inning, and a 7-3 lead now for the Mountain Lions. Corey Ewald, the next batter, the catcher for Young Harris. Still a couple runners on. The catcher, Corey Ewald. Runners are at first and second, 2 away in the inning. Well, the bats have come to life a little bit here, just to say the least, for Young Harris in the 9th inning. However, this frame has seen it all. We've had defensive errors, we've had singles, we've had bunts, we've had hit by pitches, we've had, well, hit by a pitch. We've had stolen bases, we'd have walks, kind of a little bit of everything to piece it together for the Mountain Lions, and that they've been able to roll into a 4-run inning. 7 runs, 8 hits, 4 errors in the game for Young Harris, 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error in the ball game for GSW. That one fouled off to even the count at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch has fouled off. Ground ball to the first baseman, Andy Moore, who will have it and head to the bag, make the tag, touch the bag with the foot to end the inning. Well, Young Harris has 6 runs over the last 2 innings, including the 4 that you just saw in the 9th. They'll try to close the door on the doubleheader sweep when we return. Bottom of the 9th coming up. GSW in need of a big inning to answer, trailing 7-3. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching Georgia Southwestern State University Baseball Peach Belt Conference action on the Surge Sports Network. Well, the Hurricanes will come up here in the 9th with a lot of work to do. The leadoff batter is Josh Logan. Logan 0 for 4, the senior left fielder. 0 for 4, a couple of strikeouts for Logan. He's the number 2 hitter in the lineup. Second base. Two-one pitch to right field. Slicing away on the run, and heck of a play in foul territory, I believe, was where that grab was made to get the out. Defensive change for Young Harris. Their new second baseman is number 7, Adric Yaselga. So Yaselga's in this to play second base here in the 9th inning. 1 away, 1 down. And the designated hitter, Jared Jones, pops it up. It's going to drift foul just almost to the front seats here in the seating bowl. At the plate is the designated hitter, Jared Jones. Oh, 1 pitch in there for a strike. So Jones falls behind quickly. 0-2 the count. Well, McLean Harris in position to get the win in this one. And he'll deliver for the strikeout. 2 up, 2 down for the Hurricanes in the 9th inning. They're down to their final out in this one. And it'll be the cleanup hitter. First baseman, Andy Moore. Well, Moore is 1 for 3. 1 for 3 in the game. He was hit by a pitch his last time up. Ground ball up the middle, bounces off the mound. They played him well, played him to in that area to hit it. The shortstop was there, almost waiting for it behind second base. Over to first, and that is the ball game. So Young Harris completes the doubleheader sweep of the Hurricanes here this afternoon. The final score in Game 2 is 7-3. We'll announce it for the crowd, send them off on their way, and come back with a real quick wrap-up here on the Surge Sports Network. But the road team and the road fans go home happy. There's still one more game to finish the series, and that'll come tomorrow afternoon. We'll be back in just a moment. Hang with us for a quick post-game wrap-up. That'll do it for today's ball game. Young Harris takes Game 2 by the final score of 7-3. Series finale, folks, is tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock, right back here at Hurricane Stadium. Again, the series wraps up tomorrow afternoon here at Hurricane Stadium. 1 o'clock your start time. Don't forget, we'll be broadcasting live, so if you have to head out of town and can't make the action, don't forget that you can follow the live stream, live video, live stats tomorrow afternoon for the series finale between Young Harris and GSW. Wherever you may be heading this evening, folks, hope you get there safely, and we sure hope to see you back here at Hurricane Stadium tomorrow afternoon. 1 o'clock start again for GSW against Young Harris. All your post-game information, wrap-up, available on our website at gswcanes.com, gswcanes.com. And you can follow us on social media as well. Twitter and YouTube users, GSW Athletics on Twitter and YouTube. You'll make sure you know that for the video. And on Facebook and Instagram, it's GSW Hurricanes on Facebook and Instagram. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow afternoon. So that'll do it. 7-3 the final score in the nightcap. Georgia Southwestern. Tough luck pitcher for the Hurricanes to take the loss. He pitched a heck of a game, but at the end of the day, unfortunately, the loss is going to get tagged on Mitch Holloway. He falls to 1-7 this spring. He fought, got the Hurricanes into the ninth inning, but then after a leadoff walk was in the ninth, was pulled, and things kind of fell apart for the Hurricanes defensively and on the hill. So Holloway will take the loss. The winning pitcher again should be McLean Harris, and just to confirm his record, I believe 2-3. Double check that. Yep. With the win, McLean Harris improves to 2-3 this season. Young Harris scored a run in the third. GSW answered with their own in the fourth to tie the game at 1. The Hurricanes scored 1 in the sixth, 1 in the seventh, had a 3-1 lead. Young Harris came storming back. However, they scored 2 in the eighth to tie it up, and then the big 4-run outburst in the ninth to pull away for the 7-3 victory. 7 runs, 8 hits, 4 errors for the Mountain Lions. Georgia Southwestern had 3 runs on 5 hits, and the Hurricanes committed 1 error in the ball game. Similar to game number 1, it was one heck of a day at the plate for Logan Worley. He went 3 for 5 in game number 2 to lead the Mountain Lions. He was the only player on the roster to get multiple hits in game number... Nope, I take that back. Jackson Jones is right there with him. Jones and Worley accounted for 6 of the 8 hits by Young Harris. So that was a 2-headed monster right there. Logan Worley 3 for 5. Jackson Jones 3 for 4. Jones had 3 RBIs. Worley scored a couple of times. Both men had accounted for a double in the ball game. The starting pitcher, Dylan Jabot, 7 innings pitched for Young Harris, 5 hits, 3 runs. 1 was earned. He walked 1 and struck out 8. Harris pitched 2 innings, walked 1, struck out 3. Georgia Southwestern offensively did not have a batter record multiple hits. They finished with 5 in the game. Starting pitcher again, Holloway, 8 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 were earned. He walked 4 and struck out 3. Relief pitcher Harrison Timberlake pitched 1 inning, allowed 3 hits, 3 earned runs, didn't walk a batter, and struck out 1. With the win, Young Harris improves its record to 19-13 overall. They've won 7 in a row now, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. They're the winners of 7 straight. So the Mountain Lions clicking at just the right time. 19-13 overall, 12-8 in Peach Belt Conference play. Georgia Southwestern falls to 5-24. The Hurricanes are 1-16 in Peach Belt Conference action. GSW has lost 8 of its last 9. And they'll take the show into its finale tomorrow afternoon. 1 o'clock the start time will go on the air just moments before first pitch. Hope you can join us then. Thanks for being with us today. You've been watching Georgia Southwestern State University Baseball Peach Belt Conference action here on the Surge Sports Network. Good night.